Here comes Bill Elliott. Second place car. Off the track onto pit road. Stop is as the leaders complete lap number 61. 55 miles an hour, the pit road speed limit for Elliott today. And he works his way down this long pit road to Dave Burns.
And Bill Elliott comes in now, the pole sitter, to get the adjustments on his car. Remember, he was reporting that they fixed the looseness in the center. It looks like if they make anything, that they're just going to make an air pressure adjustment. So for Bill right now, the case is just to get it full of fuel and get it back off of pit road. The 48 of Jimmy Johnson also on pit road. Remember, he was having a loose-off condition. And right now, and they're going to go ahead and change 4 tires on that car, make an air pressure adjustment, and also make a wedge adjustment in the left rear. And he is now off of pit road as well.
I tell you, that Bill Elliott pit stop was terrific. I mean, that was in a 13-second bracket. They almost got in my pocket with that stop.
Kyle Petty and Derek Cope are in. They had a little interesting exchange on the opening to pit road, but everybody got away okay. Now here comes Ryan Newman. He'll be followed down pit road by Mark Martin. That's Derek Cope's car that's leaving just in front of Newman.
And Jerry Nadeau slid all 4 tires trying to get down to the 55-mile-per-hour speed limit.
Go ahead, Dave.
Ryan Newman battling with Jimmy Johnson for Rookie of the Year honors. They will go to the right side. Remember, Ryan was just a tick tight. They're going to make an adjustment to the chassis in the left rear. Bill Weber.
Mark Martin on pit road. Remember, his car was tight. 4 tires, 2 rounds of bite out. All the fuel you can get. He's on his way.
Jeff Gordon is leaving his pit. Michael Waltrip is in. And here comes the leader. Sterling Marlin going to stop at lap 63. Mike Skinner and Mike Wallace have also come in for their pit stops. And let's cover the leader's visit to his crew with Marty.
What an impressive run for Sterling Marlin thus far, Alan. It will be 4 tires for Sterling, and they will make no adjustments on the car. Sterling did not say anything until his crew asked him how the car was, and these guys desperately need a good finish. They have only had 2 top 10s in their last 9 races. That's a good stop going for the Coors Light team thus far, and they drop the jack and he heads back out on the track. Dave.
Marty Tony Stewart's car is loose. They're going to make a wedge adjustment in the left rear. Jeff Patterson makes that adjustment. Now he puts in the second can of fuel. They go to the left side of the car. They're going to give Tony 4 more tires and send him back out.
Dale Jarrett's been in. Matt Kenseth is in. Dave Blaney, Kevin Harvick, Ward Burton, Rusty Wallace just coming out of the garage to rejoin the race. Who else is here? Bobby Labonte, Jimmy Spencer. Did I mention Johnny Benson? Ricky Rudd is the new leader. And here he comes to pit road. He'll be followed in by Jeff Burton and Kurt Busch. And these stops will be at lap 64. Bill?
And Ricky Rudd, cautious of the traffic on pit road, simply wants to get more grip out of his race car. It's 4 tires and fuel, not expecting to see a chassis adjustment, so they'll try and improve the handling of the car with air pressure. Rudd gets the left sides on, fuel going in, not waiting for any more gas. He's getting back in the race. Kurt Busch sits on pit road. We told you they were debating on the air pressure or the wedge adjustment. They went the air pressure route. He was a little bit tight, and that means that he took a pound out of the right front tire and a 4-tire stop for Kurt Busch. Hey, Burns.
And Ricky Craven burns out on pit road. His car was a little bit tight. They put on 4 tires, packed it full of fuel, and made a wedge adjustment in the right rear.
Elliott Sadler's now the leader all year long. The Wood brothers have gotten great fuel mileage, and they've run a few laps longer than about everybody. Let's see if he pits this time.
Nope.
That would be a no.
That is a no. This is one place you don't want to run out of fuel, though.
No.
All right, so we'll see him in next time. Elliott Sadler, Terry Labonte, Jeffrey Bodine would be the first 3, and Casey Atwood. Now here come Terry Labonte, Casey Atwood, and Jeffrey Bodine in. So Sadler would be, looks like the last one to complete the cycle of stops here. We are looking at the race leader. 21 car of Sadler.
And Mike Skinner, the car direct in front of him, about to go a lap down because he has made a pit stop. A lap down to Elliott Sadler.
Which is going to peel off into the pits right now. So it really won't go a lap down.
Nope. And the see Sadler fade from the rearview mirror. Brakes. Oh, you come off that corner running 140 miles an hour, and you got to stop down to 55.
4, 3,
Matt?
2, 1, right here, bud, right here.
And the 21 car of Elliott Sadler. A few laps ago, Elliott came on the radio and told his crew chief, Pat Trison, he wanted 1 pound in the left rear, 1 pound out of each right side tire. He said he was tight in the center and up off the corner. Work continues on Elliott Sadler's car, and now he's down and away.
Well, when I was running down the guys who needed a pit yet to complete the stops, I missed one.
One more. Robbie Gordon, we saw him make that pit stop for fuel only, and so he could stretch his fuel mileage. Marty?
Yeah, and Benny, that worked for him. They are a little bit tight for Ken Schrader. They didn't make a chassis adjustment and an air pressure adjustment. Bigger problem for Schrader. He's got a little radio problem from his spotter to him. Cannot hear him all the way around the racetrack. It comes in and out. That's the biggest problem for Schrader right now.
Spotter's up on the roof in the rain. Might have gotten that radio a little wet. Never know.
And Robbie Gordon goes by, completes another lap. But that is a battle for the lead. Sterling Marlin has made his pit stop, has 4 tires, and is now about to take the lead away from Robbie Gordon.
So when Robbie does stop, he will be a lap down.
I would stop this time. If I just lost the lead, I'd give myself that full lap to make my pit stop and not get overtaken, right?
And most of the time, you're right, Alan, that's what happens.
Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman, this is 5th place. And Dale Jarrett just in front of them in 4th. That was the first lap Robbie Gordon has led this whole season? Really? Wow. Oh, Stewart waddling up off the corner. But he's hanging in there. Locked in this tight fight for 4th place. Sterling Marlin has resumed the lead in the Pennsylvania 500 at Pocono. The Silver Bullet leads the Pennsylvania 500. Championship leader Sterling Marlin out in front. We check our Coors pit summary and see that his crew held serve.
And Bill Elliott also, his crew had a terrific pit stop. Tony Stewart, his guys lost a couple of spots, but again, making those adjustments on those cars, having to make a chassis adjustment slows everything down.
Did he lose that in the pits, or did he lose that on the track?
One in
Tony Stewart.
One in the pits and one on the track, I think. Just after he came up to speed, Ryan Newman got by him. Dale Jarrett's crew got him up to 3rd on that exchange of stops, so good for him and them. Speaking of Dale Jarrett, he is being pursued by Ryan Newman.
Well, I am impressed with that motor in that car.
We're really going to be impressed at 200 laps.
Yes. Yes, I am. You watch here. Gets out of 2. And normally he makes up a lot of ground in between 2 and 3.
Every other race team on the garage is going to be impressed when they go home and watch their tape back of the race like they all do and see what that telemetry showed. And the next technical innovation at Pocono will have been found.
See, here we're riding on with Ryan and see how he's catching. He's catching the 88, and that's saying a lot, BP.
Yes, it is. Watch that 9,500 at 195 miles per hour.
Unbelievable. That's Kirk Shelmerdine getting put a 3rd lap down by the leaders. It's mentioned that Brett Bodine has been in and out of the garage again. He's now 16 laps down in 39th place. And Rusty Wallace is back on the track, 61 laps down in 42nd.
I'm not so sure he doesn't get off the gas a little bit early there, just so he doesn't get that aero push, to get away from the 88 car to get some clean air on his nose. Because he makes it up coming through 3 and going down the straightaway.
If you can get that air on the car, on the nose of the car, it will help it turn. You'll get the air will push the car down and increase the grip, help the car turn a little bit.
And turn 2 is one of those places you do not want to get an aero push because there's not enough room to actually save it. You know, when that front of that car starts sliding out of 2, that wall is there in a hurry. It's not like you have all this space in turn 1.
And again, these two drivers racing for 3rd and 4th positions. So Elliott Sadler leading the race on the exchange of pit stops. Matt, something up there?
Well, Alan, under the red flag, once we went back to yellow, a team member failed failed to take a piece of tape off the overflow valve. Lenwood, you did not get all the fuel in it. How many gallons did you get in the 21 car?
We didn't give it 9 gallons in. We had taped the overflow up when it rained. I forgot to take it off. We still, as long as it goes green, we'll still be all right. We're still on pace to stop the same amount of time.
When will you have to hit pit road? Because obviously you're going to have to be hitting earlier now.
About another 10 laps, so for probably about 15 laps, we'll be at risk of getting a lap down. But if we make it past that, then we'll be back on schedule.
The race is taking a turn for the worse for Elliott Sadler. Now they're hoping for a caution so they can get back on sequence and not lose a lap when they have to pit early.
That's too bad.
Yep.
These cars, when you put fuel in them, the gas tank has air in it, and when the fuel goes in, it's displacing air, and all that air has to go someplace. So they use a 1-inch vent hose for that air to go out, and they put a piece of tape over it so the air wouldn't come out, and that therefore the fuel could not go in.
Elliott Sadler right now, lead lap, 20th place, 30 seconds behind the leader, so he will get lapped when he does stop under the green. Jimmy Spencer, Berwick, Pennsylvania. Hometown native, losing 25th place here.
Jeffrey Bodine, the Discover car, goes easing by. All right, Jimmy Spencer, have a foot cam. We see that left foot poised on the brake. Also, we see over here, this brace is so in case the accelerator hangs, he can pop his foot back. He can pull it back with his foot. All right, Jimmy, relax. You got that long 4,400-foot straightaway before anything has to happen. Go ahead and shift using the clutch. Now, he's not going to use the, you see that little burp with the right foot. He did not use the clutch downshifting going in one.
What do they call it, matching revs?
Yeah.
A little burp on the accelerator.
Yep, you're matching the revs, and normally the gear will drop right down in the third gear. Now he's giving a little bit of extra pump on the brake pedal here. You'll see him pump it a couple of times. That's just a safety pump. Sometimes you get the pads will be knocked back by the rotors when you're going down the straightaway. So you got to pump it to get the pads back to the rotors, so when you really hit the brake, they're there.
Different players, different styles. Let's check out the foot cam in Rusty Wallace's car. Repaired, back out on the track after that lap 1 crash he was involved in.
All right, you see Rusty, he's got his foot firmly on the floorboard. All right, going to back off. All the way off the gas, on the brakes. All right. Back on, man, he's weighted right in that throttle. All right, now on the front stretch, he's going to have to shift. Now watch.
Well, here's another guy that's not shifting, but he's Ryan Newman's teammate. So.
Ryan Newman's teammate.
With that right front fender missing, is he up to speed enough where shifting would even be a...
Yeah, he had that thing wound up too. By the sounds of it. Well, let's watch here. See what happens. Well,
he's going to move over and let
move over. Yeah.
And Burns, what about the 2 car?
Well, Benny, I just checked with Billy Wilbur and his crew chief, and of course they're just out there trying to make up laps in case they can get more laps in the book than one of the other guys that has problems today. Billy said that Rusty hasn't said anything about the car and that they are definitely staying up above the minimum required speed.
But again, Rusty back in 42nd place. He needs some people to drop out of this race to gain some positions and have all that effort the team made repairing that car pay off.